Welcome to Moscow, Idaho. We're here watching the Logos Oakley playoff game. We had some technical difficulties to start the ball game, folks. There's been no score yet. There's been a fumble in the ball game, and other than that, we are caught up, I do believe. So right now we have Oakley with the ball. They're on third and approximately 7 yards from the 17-yard line. Brian Hall here with Idaho Sports GameStreams, first round state playoffs here. Quarterback keeper Jackson Rice up the middle. And he fumbles the ball, and it's recovered by Logos. So Logos defense picks up the fumble, where they will have it 1st and 10 on the 13-yard line. Joining me is the young Liam, and we'll get him on here in just a moment to get him plugged into the right thing here. Are you there? Are you there? Nothing yet. Okay. So just me for right now. Handoff up the middle. Big gain. Big gain up the middle on Logos for a first down, a gain of 25 yards, 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line.
Let's go, Sunday!
Logos comes into this game 7-2 on the season, Oakley 3-6. A little movement on the front line there. It'll be a procedure call on Logos. We did get a thumbs up from the fans saying we are on live finally. We did miss a little bit there at the beginning, folks. We do apologize for that. We had a kickoff. We had a fumble. We had a recovery by Oakley. Oakley takes it down to the 15 where they fumble it. Now Logos has the ball. And penalty, it'll be 1st and 15 for the Knights. In motion, Covington. Covington with the ball. He's got 5-10. He could go all the way. He's going to score. Nobody in front of him. Covington will score for the Logos. 75 yards for the Knights. And the Knights strike first. Tonight, too, so we're trying to get him on here. But for me, you'll have me right now, Brian Hall. We had a hold. Logos hold brings that big 75-yard touchdown back. And it'll be repeat first down.
Let's go, Knights!
For the spot opponent. It takes them back to the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10 for the Knights. Handoff up the middle. Gain of about 4. And that is Ole Sundley. Ole Sundley for a gain of 4 for the Knights. Sensing, calling out the call, in motion, Covington. Covington with the handoff. Gets the first down and more. Gain of about 10 there for the Knights. 1st and 10 for Logos. Sensing has two receivers out to the left. In motion Covington, little slip and slide. And suddenly falls down. Back to the line of scrimmage to be 2nd and 10 for Logos. For Oakley, the big man, 54, Tragan Jones. Tragan Jones' birthday today. So all the way up here to Moscow, Idaho from Oakley. Happy birthday, Tragan Jones. Number 54 for the Hornets.
Let's go, Knights!
Sensing fakes a handoff, back to throw, and it's picked off by the Hornets. That's picked up by Jackson Rice for the Hornets. Intercepted, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Hornets at their own 36-yard line. So Rice with the interception, and now he'll come back to lead the Hornets on offense. Laramie Lara back with Rice in the backfield. Rice keeps himself, pitches it out to Lara. Lara's met by a host of Knights. There'll be no gain. Ace off Greaser. There we go. Are you with me now, Liam?
I think I might be.
There he is. There's Liam. Now, folks, welcome, Liam. We just had to turn the sound up. That was all we had to do. So we got 2nd and 10 for the Hornets. Rice takes a snap, a little flat pass there. And it'll be a gain of about 5 for the Hornets.
Yeah, well, what a start to this game. Less than halfway through the first quarter, already 3 turnovers. Trying to scramble to figure our setup out, and here we go, 6:21 on the clock in the first, we figured it out.
Ken, the cranny on that reception. Brings up a 3rd and 6 for the Hornets. Rice fakes a handoff, going deep, looking for the big man. Incomplete, triple coverage, big tight end. And that's the birthday boy, Tegan Jones. Just couldn't hang on to it. Brings up a 4th down for the Hornets.
Yeah, when you got a big guy like Jones running out for a route like that, you've got to drop a couple of safeties into coverage, and they converge there, deliver the big hit, and force the incompletion.
Jones had the height on all 3 defenders. He's about a foot taller than them, but couldn't hang on to it. Brings up 4th down, and the Hornets will kick.
Almost got it. Oh, he almost.
Back deep for Logos. Greaser's got some room. Fakes, gets by 1 tackler, but can't get past the 2nd. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Knights at the 42-yard line.
Yeah, solid return there. You've got half of the stands over here calling for a face mask. Looked like he might have got dragged down by the face mask there, but once again, another change of possession, and we'll get to see Logos' 2nd drive of the game if you don't count that fumble on the kickoff return. It's been an eventful 6 minutes.
1st and 10 for Knights. No score in the game. 6:03 left to go in the first quarter. Covington in motion. Keeper by Sensing. Sensing will take the ball up for about a 2-yard gain, where he is brought down by the linebacker from the Hornets.
Yeah, and Sensing has really played a huge role in this offense all season long. You got him and Covington, Baxter Covington, that switch in and out at quarterback. They both take a lot of carries on the ground as well. But yeah, coming into this game, Sensing with 1,000 total yards on the season. If you add up passing, rushing, receiving, 13 total touchdowns. So a big contributor for this Logos team.
And there's Covington taking the direct snap. He's got a lot of room. He's got about a 15-yard gain. That'll be a first down for the Knights. As you just said, Liam, we switch in quarterbacks every once in a while. Covington comes in, takes it himself. Little jet motion there.
And you got to credit the lead block on the right side there. Baxter Covington took that one. Got a nice block and was able to pick up about 5-10 extra yards downfield. Picks up the first down, moving into Oakley territory here.
Let's go, Knights!
First and 10 from the Hornet 41. 4:45 left to go in the first quarter. Covington back in quarterback position. Twins left and right. And interesting setup here. And a lot of people running. The ball didn't move. We have a lot of people moving and nothing's happening. Cole Beck just picks the ball up and says, well, I'll take it if nobody else wants it. So we have some confusion here with the officials. It looked like a lineman actually moved forward.
Yeah.
There was 3 down linemen, and it was kind of a weird formation, even for 8-man.
Yeah, and initially it looked to me that Oakley jumped off sides, but then, I mean, it's not often you see a defense jump and the ball doesn't get snapped, so I think that's where you have the false start come in.
False start on the left tackle. He did move forward. That was he set up in the backfield and then moved forward up on the line. The linemen were a yard back off the line of scrimmage. So it brings up a 1st and 15 for the Knights. Covington in the backfield. All alone. Twins left and right.
Go, 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 go!
Yeah, Ryan Grauke will get
Nice one.
hit out of bounds. Nice run. A pickup of about 10, which will bring up a 2nd and 5.
Yeah, Grauke just running downhill there.
Oh, excuse me. Got the first down, 15-yard gain. I thought he went out a little shorter than that, but 15-yard gain right on the sticks. 1st and 10 for the Knights.
Yeah, it's a big pickup for Logos, and they're starting to build their first real threatening drive of the game right now.
1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. And the linemen look like they're about a yard off the ball, and they're and they step and move up. Covington keeps it, trying to spread the defense, trying to get around that end. Gets a few yards, picks up the first down, a couple more, gain of about 12 for Covington. So I see now what the formation is. They're spreading the defense out where they've got twins on both sides, and the linemen are actually spread about 2 yards apart as well. But they start a yard off back in the backfield, so I'm wondering why they're not making get on the line of scrimmage. Yeah, it seems like they're off the line of scrimmage. So
I mean, those tackles are positioned almost as far back as you would see a traditional tackle in 11-man football. With they're offset a little bit with the center going to the guard and then the tackle, but they're playing considerably far back. But that was a patient run right there.
Sensing back in at the quarterback position. Covington in motion. 1st and 10 for the Knights. Hand off up the middle is Sunley. Sunley still on his feet, pushing. And we'll give him 7 on the gain. It's about 2nd and, let's see, about 2nd and 8 here. They gave him a little more, about 9 pickup there, so it'll be 2nd and 1. We're kind of we're not really on a high spot tonight. We're kind of almost level with the field. So it's hard to tell as far as they've gone tonight, so.
Yeah, that was a big pickup there for Sunley. He averages 8 yards per carry this season, so when he does get the ball, definitely a threat to pick up some yardage.
Sensley decides to keep it. Got a big hole up the middle. Woo! Touchdown, Logos! Sensley with the fake to Covington and walks in untouched for the touchdown. Logos strikes first with 2:27 left to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, Logos just determined here on this drive. You saw the long bomb touchdown. That got called back on a hold, and then they just stayed persistent, marched down the field, and punched one into the end zone. And the Knights draw first blood here tonight in the postseason.
Let's go, Knights! Woo!
Now for the two-point conversion. Handoff to Covington. He's got some room around the corner. Oh, he gets it. It's good. Two-point conversion is good. Covington runs in. And folks, we got a ton of power boosters tonight to read off of, so we'll start with those. Start with the Oakley power boosters here. We got AMI Supply, Impact Athletic, the Roof Resource, Vita Glow, Aesthetics and Infusions, and Waibenga Dairy. Waibenga Dairy. Oakley Valley Stone has been locally owned and operated since 1948. They offer flooring, supplies, patio stones, blocks, and tiles, and also provide custom cutting of blocks or stones. Call 208-862-3450 or visit them at 204 West Main Street in Oakley, Idaho. Oakley Valley Stone is operated by Jim and Dave Birch and proud supporters of Oakley Athletics. Good luck at state, boys. Some of that Oakley rock, famous, world famous Oakley rock. I grew up in Hanson, so I'm familiar with that Oakley rock down there. Thank you to our power boosters tonight.
It was a long trek up here for Oakley. How far would you say?
Well, I grew up in Hanson. That's about an 8-hour drive, so that's another, I think it's about 9-10 hour drive. Well, probably the bus, probably about 10 hours.
That's a trek.
It's a trek. They came up yesterday. We talked to some the Oakley acting athletic director up here, and she told us that they drove up yesterday, so have a little day of rest. Cranny back to receive. And kicking for the Knights is Finn McCool. Cranny with a reverse. Give it to Beck. Beck around the middle. He's got some room. He's got one man to beat. Got to get the angle tackle here, and they do. What a run back there. A great run back by Oakley with the reverse. Cranny to Cole Beck. And they will have great field position to start out here. Only one person ran him down, Oliver Shaw, the safety back there, ran him down, and he was going for 6.
Man, we've had some eventful kickoffs here to start this game. I mean, typically that play, you maybe catch your breath a little bit, return one 20, 30 yards, but we had a fumble on the opening kickoff from Oakley, and now they run one all the way past the 40-yard line.
Handoff up the middle to the up back, and that is Bridger Conant. Conant will gain 4, be second and 6. Rice with Conant and Cranny in the backfield. Rice kind of dwarfs everybody on the field there. They don't give his height there, but got to be about 6'4".
Yeah, and you saw him come down with the interception, kind of a do-it-all type of guy for Oakley.
Trying to get that edge, and it is closed off.
Yeah, a couple of handoffs here to Conant to start this drive, trying to impose their will on the ground. Also,
First and 10 for the Hornets. And
Let's go,
kind of interesting
defense!
seeing the
Let's
big man in the
go,
backfield,
Come on, defense!
Tragan Jones in the backfield. Big 54.
Let's go, defense!
Rice back to pass. And it's intercepted by the Knights. Haney has the ball. He's got blockers out in front. He's still going. He's down to the 35. Interception, Haney. Gideon Haney picks it off. Nobody was looking at Rice except for Haney, and he actually got a one-hand grab. Said, look what I have. Something in the breadbasket right there. Returns it back 40 yards, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Knights.
Yeah, that was incredible. Haney just lurking in coverage back there. Jackson Rice did not see him at all. Fires a bullet pass, and just like you said, just a present right there out in his arms. Sticks one out for the interception, one-handed. And Logos takes it right back into Hornet territory.
Big gain there of 8 yards for the Knights. It'll be 2nd and 2. And that's the end of the first quarter, folks. We had a big malfunction. We missed about a couple minutes there. Had a couple fumbles on returns. And after one, the Logos Knights lead Oakley 8-0. And we'll keep it right here. We got lots of power boosters to read tonight, folks, so we will get those all read. For over 50 years, Hardy Farms in Oakley has been growing some of the best spuds in Idaho. Hardy Farms is a proud sponsor of all the student athletes at Oakley High School and wants to wish them good luck at state. Cranny Farms is a proud supporter of Oakley Athletics and wants to wish the boys good luck at state this weekend. It's good right now.
Yeah,
a little cool out here tonight.
Let's go, Knights!
Definitely colder night here, Halloween night.
Halloween night. All the monsters out. So 2nd and 2, start of the second quarter. Sensing, back to pass, he's got his man.
Touchdown!
And that's a touchdown, Gideon Haney. We've said his name twice on big plays tonight. A 27-yard touchdown reception. And Logos strikes again.
And once again with the hands.
Sensing with Mallory in the backfield. Grauke takes it himself, walks in, tiptoes like the tulips right into the end zone for 2. So your score, first play of the second quarter, is now 16-0, Logos.
Way to go, boys!
Yeah, Logos just staying consistent. They have been great all year long. They average nearly 40 points a game and really just a consistent team. But what stands out to me with this Logos team is their point differential. They average, despite the fact that they had to go play Kendrick and lost 48-24, which, it's a hard-fought effort against a very good Kendrick program, but Logos outscoring opponents 39-13 is the average so far this season through their, they played 8 games. They have nine games total because of a forfeit earlier in the season, but through those 8 games, 39-13 is the average. That's what really, that really is a substantial difference right there.
Very much so. I'd like to thank our power boosters for Logos, Forged Construction, Forged Excavation, Norm's Glass Shop, and Panhandle Heating. First play, second quarter. The Knights take it in, and they lead 16-0. 11:53 left to go in the first half. Back to retrieve the kick. for Oakley is Cole Beck. And the kick is Cole Beck at the 10-yard line. Up to the 15, the 20. And he's taken down right there at the 24-yard line.
So you saw last time Oakley was able to return the kickoff past midfield into Logos territory, but this time the Knights quickly rushing towards the returner, and they tackle him down shy of the 20. Good coverage there by Logos to bounce back. It's been all Knights here in the last couple minutes of this game.
Jesse Christensen in on the tackle there. First and 10 for the Hornets. Rice with the trip set. Conant in motion. Handoff to Conant. And Logos says no dice. And it'll be a loss of about, well, they're going to say he didn't lose. Yeah, we'll see where the guy goes. Sticks are going forward, backward. A loss of 1. We'll call it second 11 for the Hornets. You know, it's kind of interesting seeing the 54 out as a receiver.
Yeah.
That's Tragan Jones. He's been everywhere. He's been lined up as a tackle, an end, a receiver, and a running back tonight. So
scored a good amount of touchdowns this year for Oakley.
Rice back by himself in the shotgun formation here, trying to spread the D. Conant in motion. Handoff to Conant. And he will gain about 4, bringing up a third down for the Hornets.
And for as good of a runner as Bridger Conant is, you got to credit Logos so far in this game. They've done a good job of limiting him. Hasn't really broken any runs more than about 5 or 6 yards. And he is a pretty lethal runner when he can get open space on the ground. So a big third down upcoming here.
Logos defense stuffing Oakley so far. Rice back to pass. Pressure's on. Rice is scrambling. Gets a throw. He's got a man wide open. That's Cranny. Cranny's got lots of room to run, and he's knocked out at the 45-yard line. A big gain. Gain of 31 yards for the Hornets. A big play for the Hornets offense. Up a first and 10.
Yeah, Cranny somehow able to just find his open space here on the near sideline and then just tight ropes down the sideline right around midfield.
Peter Story was in pursuit. Rice calling out the play. Fake to Conant. Rice has lots of time. Left-hand pass is good. And it'll be good enough for the first down, a gain of 11. Rice, the left-hander southpaw, with a great throw there.
And a couple of positive plays in the air now in a row now for Oakley. Just trying to get into a rhythm here offensively. They took the first big momentum swing of the game when they recovered a fumble on the opening kickoff, but since then haven't had much luck against this Logos defense, trying to change that here.
Franny on the 11-yard reception for Oakley. And off to Conant. He's got some blockers. Brings it back across the middle of the field. Call it a gain of, we'll go 5. Be second and 5 for the Hornets. Again, the Knights lead 16-0 with 9:35 left to go in the first half.
Let's go.
And the thing about this Knights defense is they're not going to give up a lot of big chunk plays. So the way you have to try to attack them is to try to get these 4 or 5 yard runs in succession and just try to continue to stack those on top of each other and tire out the front 7. Or I guess the front 5 in this case.
With Cranny's speed, they can throw to him. They throw to Cranny again. Oh, and a miss. Just missed him. Cranny a little too fast for the route there. Cranny was way past where he needed to be when Rice threw about 2 seconds too late. Cranny's pretty fast.
Absolutely.
And, well, that was if he would have about a second earlier on that one, 2 seconds earlier on that, Cranny would have had a score. He was on a fast run there. Brings up 3rd and 5, And for the Hornets come out in a trip set. Beck Jones to Conant. Conant in motion. Fakes the handoff to Conant. Rice going deep. Had the big man. He was ahead of the defenders, but could not get there. That was Cole Beck just out of his hands.
Yeah, and Cole Beck, of course, we saw his speed on that one give and go on the kick return. It was handed to him, and he took it up past midfield, a big return, and now Oakley wants a timeout to discuss their upcoming play. It'll be 4th and 5.
Strom Electric has been serving the Palouse and Camas Prairie regions since 1938, providing electrical wiring for all sizes of projects, electrical motor repair, and well pump installations. Strom Electric is licensed and insured in Washington, Idaho, and Montana. When it's time to renovate your home, business, or to install a well water pump system, call them at 208-835-2331. Strom Electric, strong supporters of local high school sports. Good luck, Logos. Come see Jeff and the staff for this year's harvest sale going on now at Lee's Furniture. Huge discounts on mattresses, floor coverings, window coverings, and furniture. Lee's Furniture is a proud sponsor of Oakley Athletics. Go Hornets. Fourth and 5 for the Hornets.
It's a big play upcoming here.
Down 16-0. Conant in the backfield. Rice, the ball goes over his head. And he missed it. I think Oakley fell on it. But that's going to be a turnover there on downs. And Logos gets a few extra yards on the missed snap, and they'll have the ball 1st and 10 on the 40-yard line.
Yeah, that was worst case scenario for Oakley, man. Seemed like they were starting to put together a promising drive there. It was 4th and 5. I was excited to see what the play call was going to be there, testing this Logos defense, but the botched snap, definitely not what you were looking for there if you're Oakley, and now Logos taking over with the 16-point cushion.
He's got a man open downfield and incomplete. That is to Sundley.
Yeah, and Sundley found open field. He got wide open on the post coming out of the backfield. No one really on him there deep, but overthrown a little bit, just maybe a couple yards out of his reach. And he'd still be running into the end zone right now if he was able to haul that one in, but quarterback, that's number 15, Sensing, just put a little bit too much on it. Joseph
brings up
Sensing.
2nd and 10 for the Knights.
Let's go, Knights!
Covington near side. Rigney on the far side. Covington in motion. Sensing keeps it. Dishes it off on the option play. And Sundley has it. He's got blockers in front. A big gain.
And man, that was
37 yards on the gain.
That was perfect timing there by Sensing and his ability to just know when to get rid of that ball on the option play.
Perfect timing. 37-yard gain for the Knights, and here they are knocking on the door again. Sensing in the backfield. Covington in motion. Inside handoff to Mallory. Mallory with a big gain. 10-yard, we'll call it, see where they mark the stick. It's 1st and 10. Gain of 12 for Mallory. 1st and 10 for the Knights.
Yeah, Mallory just keeping the ball rolling for this Logos offense, pushing it down with another chunk play downfield, but you got to give some credit to Conant there for being able to get the chase down tackle. Otherwise, that would have been a Logos touchdown.
Big gain there for the Logos offense, knocking on the door in the red zone. Gain of 9 brings them 2nd and 1.
And this Oakley defense just struggling to prevent the Knights from getting those blocks on the outside. Logos not really having much trouble moving the ball at all.
Sensing in the backfield, Covington in motion.
Let's go, Sunley.
And handoff given to Sunley. And Sunley picks up the first down. It'll be 1st and goal from the 2.
Let's go, Knights. Let's go, Knights. Come on, make those blocks.
7 minutes left to go in the first half.
Logos knocking on the door here.
1st and goal for the Knights. Sensing with Sunley in the backfield. Covington in motion. Ball's given to Covington. He's got room around the end and walks in easily. Nobody was on the outside. No ends out there to cut the edge off, and Covington walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Knights. Takes the lead to 22-0 before the 2-point conversion attempt.
Can you hear me, Brian?
Yeah.
Okay.
Two-point conversion try for the Knights.
He's open.
Pass is good to Haney. Haney for the 2-point conversion. And Logos leads 26-0. 24-0, excuse me.
Yeah, Logos really just starting to pile it on now. Oakley has no answer for this running game of the Knights, and they just continue to march down the field with success. A great drive there, couple of big runs, and it has been all Knights ever since they fumbled the opening kickoff.
All nights long. 24-0 with 6:29 left to go in the first half. Cranny Farms is a proud supporter of Oakley Athletics and wants to wish the boys good luck at state this weekend. Go Hornets. For over 100 years, Clark's for Shopping has been the place to go in Oakley for all your grocery, produce, dairy, and now hot stuffed pizza. From the entire friendly staff at Clark's for Shopping, good luck, Hornets. The Bank of Commerce is a proud supporter of all area schools with 17 locations across Idaho and southwest Montana. For local decisions and exceptional service, make the Bank of Commerce your bank of a lifetime. Member FDIC, equal housing opportunity. And Logos controlling this game. Oakley looked like they were getting something going offensively, but Logos' defense took it away. Cranny with the kick return. Looked like he was going to set up the reverse again, going backwards, and he picked up the ball about the 15 and went backwards. Looked like they were going to try to run the reverse again, but Cole Beck was being blocked at that time, so he couldn't hand it off. So now Oakley has the ball 1st and 10 from their own 12-yard line.
And you got to applaud the special teams play that Logos has had here on the last 2 kickoffs. Just, I think you're right, Brian. I think they were trying to run the reverse once again, but Logos not falling for it there. And they bring him down shy of the 15.
Go defense!
more bad field position for the Hornets.
Laramie Lara back with Rice. Tries to get through the middle of that Logos defense. They had minimal pickup. Call it a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9. So Beck, Cranny, and Jones out in a trip set. Screen pass, and it's dropped. No whistle yet. Now it's incomplete. Almost a lateral there. Laramie Lara was also out there. Brings up 3rd and 9 for the Hornets.
Yeah, and while this is a pretty run-heavy team, they can throw the ball a little bit, so we'll look to see Rice use his arm here on 3rd and long.
The big lefty calls out the signal. Jackson Rice. I'd be careful to delay a game here. Cranny in motion. Rice back to pass. He's being pressured. He's got to run with it, and he's going to be taken down right there. Josh Prince with the sack. A 7-yard loss brings up 4th and about 17 for the Hornets, deep in their own part of the field.
And the pursuit there just relentless from Prince. He refused to not bring Rice down there, just way to chase down the quarterback, bring him to the ground. That is textbook pursuit there from the linebacker position. Prince gets a big sack.
Barely got the kick off, almost blocked, rolling around. It's picked up at the 40-yard line. Breaks a tackle, breaks 2, and is finally taken down at the 37-yard line. We have a flag at the end of the play. That was a quick Ezra Schaefer on the return, and we have a flag back about the 30-yard line. Had some pushing and shoving going on.
Is it his birthday? 54's birthday. Oh, okay.
Yeah, somebody was not saying happy birthday to Mr. Jones. I think there was a little fighting behind the play, so we'll see what the call is here. And the Whitecap says unsportsmanlike on Oakley. And number 5. So a double unsportsmanlike play. One was on Jones, and the other one, I'm not sure who else was involved from Logos there, but.
Well, the big news is it was on both sides, so the fouls will offset.
And Logos will still have the ball where the returner took it. So here's a warning for both of you. Offsetting penalties, and we'll go from there. Well, now they're taking it back, so we'll see what. So we're going from the spot of the penalty, I guess. So interesting.
Let's go, Knight.
Well,
Oakley's coach is like, what's going on? And we got timeout on the field. So they took the ball back to where the spot of the foul was.
yeah, Mick Holloway came out onto the field and had a discussion with one of the officials, and then they made the change that the ball was actually going further down the field. So I wonder if something he said got the unsportsmanlike penalty against Logos negated, or why they might have moved the ball downfield here. Typically with offsetting unsportsmanlike calls, it would just they would offset and they would go to the same spot.
Either replay the down, or we would So anyway, it looks like Logos is going to get a break here, like they needed one, up 24-0. They're going to get the ball at the Hornet 23-yard line, 1st and 10.
And I mean, Oakley down 24-0. You can't really afford any mental errors right now. The little chippiness, extracurricular there, and they draw the flag.
Let's go.
Hopefully we'll get some clarification here.
Coach Holloway still talking to the officials to see what was going on.
Wait. Yeah, I'm
All right.
at a loss for words here.
First and 10 for the Knights with 5 minutes left to go in the first half. Suddenly back with Sensing in the backfield, and we're now setting the ball. All right, here we go, folks. Sensing barking out the calls. Covington in motion. Sensing with the handoff.
Let's go,
Suddenly up the middle for a gain of 5. Bring up 2nd and 5. Nice little run there. 5 yards at a time.
And it feels like every time they hand it to Sunley, it's just an automatic 4, 5, 6 yards every time. He's got a powerful motor just chugging away right now at this Oakley defense.
Logos quickly on the ball again. And right there's a sack, a big sack. That's number 25, Bridger Conant of the Hornets. And Logos trying to do the no-huddle hurry up here.
Let's go, Knights.
3rd down and 8 with the sack. Sits and keeps it. He's got some room to run. He's got some blockers. He's taken out from behind, but he picks up the first down. It's going to be a gain of 13 yards and a first down for the Knights. The Knights on a run and go here. No huddle offense. Sensing back to pass. And he drifts one over. Touchdown, Knights! And again, it's Mr. Surehands. Haney. Gideon Haney with the touchdown. That's his 2nd of the night with the interception as well. Trying to go for that player of the game thing.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Haney's making his case for player of the game, and he has been all over the place here tonight. But that was interesting there. It looked almost like a 2-minute drill where they're just going no huddle all the way down the field. I guess they feel like they've got this Oakley defense on their heels, got them tired out a little bit. Why huddle up? Just keep on going, and they punch one in. It's 30-0 now.
Cincy with Sunley by his side. Covington in motion.
Okay.
The handoff to Covington, and Covington throws it in for the 2-point conversion. A little razzle-dazzle to Sam Rigney for the 2-point conversion. And Sensing gives the ball to Covington in motion, flips it to him, and he passes it for the 2-point conversion to Rigney. So Logos just having their way with the Hornets right now, 32-0 with 4:04 left to go in the first half.
And I mean, how can you love 8-man football?
Wow.
That was smooth as silk. I mean, you could tell they've run that play over and over again in practice because that transfer
just looked
the
easy.
I mean,
it was easy.
It was natural. Logos pulling out all the stops here, reaching deep into the bag of tricks. They've got a 32-point lead, and we're still in the first half.
Let Revolution Homes in Oakley help you with your roofing, home repair, or new home construction needs. Revolution Homes is proud to support this webcast and wishes the team good luck. To thank our power boosters, Forged Construction, Forged Excavation, Norm's Glass Shop, Panhandle Heating. Also, AMI Supply, Impact Athletic, The Roof Resource, Vitaglow Aesthetics and Infusions, and Waibenga Dairy. Aesthetics, that's a word that you don't say every day.
Tongue twister.
Cranny and Beck back to receive. Ball goes to Cranny. Cranny trying to find a seam, had a couple blockers. Both Logos players fell down, but got up quickly. And Cranny did a little two-step there. And he's run out of bounds at the 26-yard line. First and 10 for the Hornets. The Hornets have been driving well. They just can't put it in the end zone.
Yeah, they really have. And, I mean, when you're going against a Logos team that I mean, can pull out all the stops on offense. When you got the Logos defense out there on the field, you've got to get creative, and you've got to find ways to maintain those 5-yard gains for a whole drive and get on the board. We've yet to see that so far today from the Hornets.
Rice gives the ball up to Conant. Conant picks up 4. Second and 6 for the Hornets. And now the Hornets no huddle. 3:35 left to go in the first half. Rice gets a call from the sideline. They change the play.
Come on, defense!
Two receivers wide. Rice back to pass with his left hand. Throws it deep. Cole Beck looked like he might have been held up. No call. Looked like there might have been some contact there running down the field. Nothing to it. So that'll bring down a 3rd down for the Hornets.
Yeah, and I mean, they get a decent run on 1st down, and they try to catch the defense off guard by going deep down the field with the shot there, but nothing really. Logos not really falling for the tricks right now. Oakley trying to get creative.
Beck and Tranny out wide for the Hornets. Conant in the backfield. Rice telling his lineman what the play is. They need a 1st down here. 3rd and 6. Rice keeps it himself, trying to find the edge. He's got a blocker in front of him. He'll pick out the 1st down. A gain of 10 for Rice brings up the 1st down.
And that was a great tackle by Greaser to just sweep his legs out from under him and bring Rice to the ground. But how about the awareness from Rice to know where the sticks are and be able to stay upright, push past the sticks, and a much-needed 1st down for the Hornets.
And timeout from Coach Holloway from the Knights. He does not want them to get some momentum on offense, so he killed it right there with a timeout. 2:40 left to go in the first half. Your score, Logos 32, Oakley 0. And we'll be right back to IdahoSports.com after these messages.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit MyLifeMyQuit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Dear Savvy, who says you can't have it all? You've got the tech, you've got the drive, and now you've got Toyota value. Toyota, let's go places.
So, Liam, they kind of put the rookies out here tonight with the technology on the field. So we're trying to get all the commercials played and the power boosters put in there.
We're figuring it out.
We're figuring it out. We got it. We got it. The mic was a little hot first. Back to passes Rice. He's got Beck for a 7-yard gain. He'll be short of the 1st down. It'll be 3rd down and 1.
And now it's an interesting contrast because for Oakley, you've got to try to be methodical about your plays, push the ball down the field, and really have a complete drive, which they haven't had yet. But then you've got the clock running down under 2 minutes now.
1:40 left to go in the first half. Conant with the handoff, and a great defensive play right there. And that was it Haney again?
I believe it was Gideon Haney. All over the place.
I'll tell you what, great play by Haney. A big loss. Brings up 4th down for the Hornets. 4th and 6. Gideon Haney once again.
Snuffed that play
Has
out.
been forced in this game so far. A pick, TFL, 2 touchdowns. Man.
I mean, we talked about the impact of Joseph Sensing and of Baxter Covington, but how about Gideon Haney?
Wow. Timeout Oakley with 58 seconds left to go in the first half. Oakley Valley Stone has been locally owned and operated since 1948. They offer flooring supplies, patio stones, blocks and tiles, and also provide custom cutting of blocks or stones. Call 208-862-3450 or visit them at 204 West Main Street in Oakley. Oakley Valley Stone is operated by Jim and Dave Birch and proud supporters of Oakley Athletics. Good luck at state, boys. Waibenga Dairy is a proud supporter of Oakley Athletics and wants to wish them luck in tonight's game. Go Hornets!
Let's go, Knights! Make a stop,
So
boys.
4th and 6 for Oakley. Trying to get something before halftime. Less than a minute to go
Let's go, defense!
in the first half. Logos leads 32-0. Cranny in motion. Rice back to pass. Little screen, and the blocker got in the way. And it'll be incomplete, and Logos will take over where they could score again before this half with 54 seconds left to go. A little screen set up. They had the blocker set up, but the blocker ran into the receiver. But I tell you what, Leah, there was nobody. If that's connected right there, that pass, there was nobody between them and the end zone.
Yeah, that's the danger of running a screen pass on 4th and 6. I mean, it's a very high risk, high reward play. If you don't get that spacing, or if you don't get the linebacker to draw his attention to another place downfield, it's risky. And you saw there, Conant ran into Mathos Larson, and now Logos has a chance to add on.
Logos, twin set, reverse to Covington. Jones just misses Covington. Covington's got some room. He'll pick up 6. Covington had him dead to rights in the backfield. Jones had him dead to rights in the backfield. Covington squirts by and gains 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. Wow, got tongue-tied there for a second there. Jones almost had him in the backfield.
And I believe that was the second called timeout of the half by Logos. They got the ball right on the 40.
2nd and 4 from the 40. Well, that's that little reverse pass again. That'd be kind of a
yeah.
could
I
happen.
mean, it's very clear that this Logos team is prepared for a lot of different defensive looks, and it's also clear that they've got a lot of different ways that they can beat you, a lot of different play calls, and I've been very impressed tonight by the play calling and it's not redundant at all. They do have a lot of trick plays, as you see frequently throughout 8-man football, but it just the order in which they've called the plays tonight has been really efficient, and obviously the score speaks for itself.
Sensing with Sunley in the backfield. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Back to pass Sensing. He's going deep. He's got a man over. It's Covington. Oh, and just overthrows him. And Covington had his man beat. Covington has just a little more step. He catches that for 6. Just in front of him. Great throw by Sensing.
Yeah, it's the second time tonight that Sensing has really reared back and aired one out down the field. And the second time that it's just been a little bit out of reach. Put a little bit less strength on that one, and Logos would be celebrating their 5th touchdown right now, but as it stands, 32-0, 3rd and 4 from the 40-yard line with 36 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Maybe look for this play again. Covington had the defender beat by 5 yards. Covington in motion. Little option play. Covington looked like he was going to pass it. He's got a blocker in front. Two blockers in front. He's going zigzag. He's going to go all the way for the touchdown, and he's going to score. It looked like he was going to pass the ball. He looked up in front of him, saw a blocker, and saw daylight, and he scores. 46-yard touchdown for the Knights right before halftime. Covington was going to rear back and pass that, and he saw that he had a blocker in front of him, and daylight cuts across the field, and no Hornet could catch up to him.
Yeah, and once again, Logos just one step ahead of this Oakley defense. They punch it in here. Had the option between throwing one deep downfield or taking it himself. He made the right choice.
Sensing back to pass for the two-point conversion. He's got a man standing right there in the end zone, not covered. And that was Rigney for the two-point conversion, his second one of the night. Rigney with the reception, because I think they look at Covington so much that they threw it to Rigney, and that's his second two-point conversion tonight. So now your score with 26 seconds left to go in the first half, Logos 40, Oakley 0. And Logos' offense has just not slowed down or been slowed down. Oakley has no answer for Logos' offense tonight.
Yeah, and I mean, you put up 40 points giving Oakley the ball first. I mean, you had the you won you had the ball first in theory, running the kickoff back, and then you fumble it over to Oakley, so they get the ball at half. They had the first possession of the game pretty much, but Logos is up 40-0, so I mean they've pretty much executed everything else to a T, and this has been a really ideal half for the Knights on their home field here in this state qualifying round. It is the first round of the state tournament, but the quarterfinals begin next week with the 4 conference champions all currently on a bye, and then they have the other 8 teams go based off of max prep rankings. So this Logos team is the number 2 seed out of the teams who didn't win their conference, as they took 3rd place in the 2A Central Idaho Conference, 3rd out of 7.
And that's a tough one. That's got the Kendrick Tigers. Colbeck with the reception. Brings it up to about the 25, 20, still going up to the 27-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Hornets with 17 seconds left to go. Now, you know, I've seen Rice. Rice is a big, tall kid, left hand. Well, he's got a rifle for an arm. If he could just get Beck or Cranny down the field, if they could beat the defender, I think he could get one down here right before the halftime.
Yeah, and I mean, in a 40-0 game, when you've got a team that does throw the ball, you would assume that Rice has maybe had some struggles here today, but it's really been the contrary. It's been the rest of his team not really backing him up. I've liked what I've seen from Jackson Rice, but hard to lead a whole team by yourself, even when it is 8-man football.
Supporting cast. You got to have a good supporting cast. And he's looking to pass to one of them. He had lots of time, but now he's going to be taken down for a loss. A big sack. And at the bottom of the pile was number 22, Honor Mallory.
And that's going to be the last play of the first half. Logos up by 40.
We're at halftime, folks, here in Moscow, Idaho. Logos Knights 40, Oakley Hornets 0. We'll be right back after these messages on IdahoSports.com.
Have you noticed bad behavior has become normalized at interscholastic athletic events? Some fans seem angry. They lack civility toward one another. Some even get aggressive and unruly. Time out! What is going on? This has to stop. Let's not forget, school sports aren't just about winning. Respect and empathy, so students can learn and grow as people, not just as players. We all have a role to play in setting a good example for our students and teaching them these important values. So fans, it's time to step up your game and behave positively at interscholastic athletic events in Idaho.
This message presented by the IHSAA and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
Idaho's 529 can be used at any in-state or out-of-state 2- or 4-year college or university. Can be used at a trade school for an apprenticeship.
Whatever it is that your kid is interested in, that's available for them to use the fund.
I really like the flexibility. It gives Wild the opportunity to pursue a whole array of training.
So whatever your child's passion is, you can support that.
To learn more, go to idsaves.org.
So, what's next? Your path doesn't have to look like theirs. You can do this, or this, or this. Check out in-demand jobs in Idaho and get up to $8,000 to find your thing.
Il me semble que ce matin le soleil peine à colorer le ciel. Voudrais prolonger les vacances.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
It's that time again. Time to get the health insurance you need for next year. Open enrollment is the time for you to enroll in, renew, or change your coverage. At Your Health Idaho, you can save money with a tax credit on the plan that's best for you and your family. Don't wait. Open enrollment ends December 15th. More coverage, less cost. Only at yourhealthidaho.org. Enroll by December 15th.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Dear Savvy, who says you can't have it all? You've got the tech, you've got the drive, and now you've got Toyota value. Toyota, let's go places.
Back here at Moscow, Idaho, home of Logos, also, not the Moscow Bears, but also the Logos Knights, who are in the state playoffs. And Logos is dominating the Oakley Hornets tonight, 40-0 at halftime. And Liam, it's just been all Logos on offense tonight. We have yet to see have we seen a punt from Logos tonight at all?
I don't think, no, we have not seen a punt from Logos, and we also have yet to see this Oakley defense really do anything to prevent Logos from doing what they want to do offensively, which is to pick up these chunk plays, move down the field. I mean, we've talked about how on some of these handoffs to Oli Sundley, it's like an automatic 5 or 6 yards, but then these quarterbacks that are back there, it feels like it's 10 yards moving the chains every single time. And if that's not a formula to win, I don't know what is.
Yeah, Logos is just, I mean, this is the most explosive offense I think I've seen this season so far. Just the way they're moving the ball on Oakley. Oakley has no answer on defense. Their defensive backfield is getting beat. The receivers are beating down the field. You know, and Oakley has a lot of speed, and Cranny and Beck, and they're just not slowing them down. Covington outran the entire defense on his touchdown. Also on the reception, it was just over his head. It wasn't a reception. It was incomplete, but Covington was ahead of the entire backfield, and they have no answer, the Hornets do, for Logos tonight.
Yeah, the crazy thing is there have been a couple missed opportunities for Logos. That just shows you how
up 40-0. They could be up a lot more.
And I mean, it's just night and day between these two sides. I mean, and it was a little bit of the expectation coming into this game. It was going to be an uphill climb for Oakley. They started the season 0-6. They've allowed 504 points this season. So opponents average 56 points per game against this team. So, I mean, even in their last 3 games, they're on a 3-game winning streak coming into this game. Oakley has struggled to prevent their opponent from staying out of the end zone, and you've seen that a lot here in the first half. And, I mean, it's a defense that has really struggled all season long, and it's been no different. And while this is a playoff game, you kind of see the difference between competition between these two teams, between a 7-2 team coming in and a 3-6 team. I mean, Logos just looks unbeatable right now.
Well, and we just like to remind everyone that Logos finished 3rd in this conference, and they're also in the conference with the 4-time champion Kindred Tigers, who is the #1 seed in the state of Idaho. So strength of schedule is big in this league. And Oakley with the, I see they beat the likes of Glens Ferry, and the league not really strong like it used to be down there. They used to have the Sawtooth Conference where all the small schools were together down there. Now they split it up to where they have 1A, 2A now. So it's not as strong a conference anymore. Hey, let's look at some other state playoff games tonight, Liam. We've got some 2A action earlier today. Prairie held on to defeat Valley 50-44. They led by 40 points at one time. Valley no give up, but they couldn't take the Prairie Pirates this evening. So Prairie wins 50-44. They'll move on. Kamei defeats Glens Ferry 86-22 is the final there. Quarter, no defense there.
I mean, it's football in 1A. What could you expect?
We've got Garden Valley over Chalice 32-0. And no score on Genesee Timberline yet. We'll look at the 3As, where New Plymouth is leading Declo at 21-14. Paul Kingsbury, happy about that one. New Plymouth. That's the only 3A score we have right now. 4A scores, we've got Buell defeating McCall Donnelly tonight, 45-19. And at halftime, Bonners Ferry and American Falls in a heated 14-13. Bonners Ferry leads that one by 1. Snake River defeats Gooding 34-14. In 5A action, we've got Skyline ahead of Bonneville 35-7. Bishop Kelly doing their thing, 35-0 over Emmett in the second. Got Century, the Diamondbacks, leading the Columbia Wildcats 28-14. Hillcrest 21 over Shelley in the second. And Twin Falls over Ridgeview in the second, 20-0. Valley View and Blackfoot 7-7 in the third. That Lewis and Lakeland game Ryan Skaggs and I had, we had the other night, 40-plus points scored in the fourth quarter. The Kansas City tiebreaker on Monday, and they get to see each other once again in the first round of state playoffs. So that's we'll look at the big boys, the 6A tonight. Madison over Boise 10-7 at halftime. Middleton 36, Capital 20 in the second. Mountain View 21, Highland of Pocatello 0. Mountain View 21. Rocky Mountain 24-0 over Owyhee at halftime. So there's your updated first round of state playoff games, folks. Got a few more tomorrow. Going to my hometown, Priest River, they've got one next week. They got a bye this week. Looking for their challengers, who's going to play them this week. But right here, we've got Logos Knights controlling every aspect of the game this evening, 40-0 over the Oakley Hornets. We'll be right back after this message on IdahoSports.com.
It's that time again. Time to get the health insurance you need for next year. Open enrollment is the time for you to enroll in, renew, or change your coverage. At Your Health Idaho, you can save money with a tax credit on the plan that's best for you and your family. Don't wait. Open enrollment ends December 15th. More coverage, less cost. Only at yourhealthidaho.org. Enroll by December 15th.
Idaho's 529 can be used at any in-state or out-of-state 2- or 4-year college or university. Can be used at a trade school for an apprenticeship.
Whatever it is that your kid is interested in, that's available for them to use the fund.
I really like the flexibility. It gives Wild the opportunity to pursue a whole array of training.
So whatever your child's passion is, you can support that.
To learn more, go to idsaves.org.
Okay, listen up. Right now, teens in Idaho have a higher than normal percentage of fatal car crashes. We're 2.6 times more likely to be in a crash. Why? Data shows we're not buckling up, not driving sober, speeding, and getting distracted by that little device we love to hate. So what are we gonna do about it? It's time to buckle up, drive sober, slow down, and put our dang phone down. I mean, duh. Join the movement. Search Shift Idaho Teen to learn more.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
We're back to Moscow, Idaho, where Logos leads 40-0 over the Oakley Hornets. You know, folks, we didn't get to get our welcome in this evening, but we would like to welcome you to IdahoSports.com GameStream production of the 2025 Idaho High School Football Playoffs on the NFHS network as well. This postseason broadcast is presented by Project Filter, your local Toyota dealer, Your Health Idaho, Next Steps Idaho, Ideal, Idaho's College Savings Plan, the Idaho Bowl, Valleywide Cooperative, and the Idaho Office of Highway Safety. Yes, everyone, my name is Brian Hall. I'm with Liam Bradford, and we had some little bit of technicals, so we missed the first couple plays, which you missed two fumbles, two fumble rooskies on the opening possession of both teams. But since then, it has been error-free by Logos, and they lead 40-0 over Oakley. We have about 30 seconds left to go before we start the second half. It is cold and blustery, folks, and we just want to welcome you to the broadcast tonight. And we are out here in the cold for you guys that are all home, warm by your computers watching tonight. You know, half a cup of Joe for us. And we think of our frozen fingertips, and the wind's blowing about 10 miles an hour at about 37 degrees. Nice blustery Moscow weather on the Palouse. But one of the most beautiful places on earth. I tell you, the Palouse is one of the most beautiful places on earth. I'm happy to be here and being able to live up north. And Liam from Rathdrum, he's interested in that Rathdrum-Lewiston game. So, Mr. Skaggs, if you're listening down there, give us a score, buddy.
Yeah, and I mean, that's a big game there. Not very often you play the same team 3 times in a week. So
you know that if you've never seen a Kansas City playoff, which Skaggs and I hadn't either, so most people turned it off when we told them Lewis had already won, and there was another 30 minutes of play to go on. So if you do go to the game stream of the Kansas City tiebreaker, was played on Monday, make sure you watch the full thing and don't listen to us because we didn't know what we were talking about. So, but we did watch it. It was exciting, and probably some of the most exciting football we've seen. Football in a box, basically. It was kind of like watching arena football on a 25-yard. It was so.
I mean, it's like the NCAA format for overtime, kind of. It's just you go from the 25 until a victor is decided, but obviously when it's 3 teams, that makes it that much more interesting.
It was fun. Sandpoint, Lakeland, and Lewiston. And you know, with the conferences like they are now, as the state is drawn up, you know, 3-team conferences could have that every year.
Yeah.
Any 3. I mean, it could even do the Coeur d'Alene, Post Falls, Lake City could do that as well because there's only 3 teams in the league. So, you know, you can have up to you can have a bunch of Kansas City playoffs here in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. And kind of shocks me a little bit that they don't just go off overall record, but it does make the most sense to try to determine a way to figure out who the best team in the conference is.
And we want to thank the nice patron that just gave us some hot cocoa up here.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much for it's keep us warm inside. And here's a kickoff for the second half. Here we go. And Oakley will take the ball. Cole Beck on the reception. Picks it up to 15, gets out to the 20, 25, 30. He's got some room, but is taken down to the 32-yard line. And he's taken down by, get that number for you here real quick, and that was number 32.
Let's go, Knights.
Riley Grauke. Grauke with the tackle. So Oakley has the ball. Start the half. Got to get some offense going. 1st and 10 on their own 32-yard line. Rice doesn't give the ball to Connor, but follows him up the hole. And the middle of the Logos defense says, no dice, mister. Yeah. And right there in the middle of the mix. Well, we'll get you a number here. It was Gideon Haney was right there again, of course. 2nd and 10. Option. And not much there. No edge given. And that's Connaught with the ball there.
More of the same from what we saw in the first half from this Logos defense, especially up front with those D linemen and the linebackers just chasing the ball carrier to the boundary and preventing Oakley from picking up a meaningful gain. It sets up 3rd and 11.
Slight loss of the play. Rice back to pass. He's got pressure. Gets out of the pocket. He still sets up. He throws the ball, and it's going to be short, intended to Beck. And he had a lot of pressure on him there.
Yeah, Rice just kind of hucking up a prayer there under pressure once again, and there's that Logos defense that we've talked so much about.
Holloway and Story were chasing him all over the place. Brings up a 4th and 11, and it looks as though Oakley will kick the ball. Low snap, it bounces on the ground, it gets past Rice. Rice picks it up, and he's going to be taken down right there. And Logos is going to get very favorable position here on about the 13-yard line. A bad snap to Rice, the punter, and Logos is going to get even more break, like they needed one.
Yeah, Logos just continuing to pile it on here in this game, and 3rd quarter so far through 1 minute and 18 seconds has not looked much different from the first, Brian, and Logos just having it their way here tonight on their home field.
Call it the 15, 1st and 10 for the Knights. Sensing keeps, he's going to throw on 1st down. His man goes up to catch, and it's a touchdown. First play, not wasting any time. And guess who? Gideon Haney with his 3rd touchdown of the game. Third touchdown of the game.
Gideon Haney just keeping it going tonight. It has been his night. Finds the end zone once again. And gotta love this Logos offense just continuing to keep a variety with their play calling, and they find the end zone once again. It's now a 46-point lead for the Knights.
Suddenly in the backfield with Sensing. Covington in motion. Sensing keeps the ball, running the option. Pitches the last second. Covington sneaks in for 2, extending the lead to 48-0 over the Hornets. So one play, one and done. And Gideon with Haney with his 3rd touchdown of the night. He's had 3 touchdowns, tackle for loss. What else has he had? I
think he had an interception.
He had an interception
Yeah.
as well. Yeah, interception, tackle for loss, 3 touchdowns. That kid's all over the place tonight.
And he's actually being recruited by Boise State to play rugby.
Oh, rugby.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All you can do it type of player. And
you said Boise State and Moscow. Come on, man. They're just about to kick off down there in Northern Arizona. The Vandals playing Northern Arizona tonight.
Yeah. And it's a big game for Idaho. They've had their fair share of struggles in the Big Sky this year, but
it's been a tough year.
Came off a big win last week against Portland State, trying to build off of that, but have their hands full tonight with the Lumberjacks.
And here in Moscow, it's Logos in charge of everything right now. Cranny picks up the ball about the 10-yard line, running east and west instead of north and south, and doesn't pick up much. Gets about out to the 17-yard line. You know, they've run that north and south thing, trying to do the reverse handoff thing, and Cranny only got about 5 yards on the return. So Oakley trying to get something started here as they trail 48-0 with 10:28 left to go in the third quarter. So, Liam, I thought they did running clock after they were up by so much. Huh?
Yeah, I was under the same impression. Maybe it's only in the fourth quarter.
Rice back to pass. Has some running room. Defense overplayed. And he'll pick up 10, maybe 9. We'll see where they mark him. 1st and 10. Just what he needed. Defense kind of over-pursued there a little bit. Rice found a gap and ran up for a 10-yard gain. Oakley now in the no huddle as they trail.
Got to keep trying stuff out until something works.
Beck on the near side. Rice relaying the information of the play. Going to get a delay of game here if they don't hurry up. Referees counting down 5, 4, 3. Snap just in time. Handoff goes up to Laurel. And nothing to it, nothing up the middle. And on the tackle for the Knights was Holloway and McCool. And no gain. 2nd and 10.
Logos just keeping that interior pressure on. They've maintained it all game long and have not allowed Rice to get comfortable there in the backfield.
Laura in motion. Rice back to pass, sets up, trying to get something deep. He's got Cranny. But Covington with the good coverage there overthrows the intended receiver was Cranny. Covington right on Cranny. Covington about 6 inches on Cranny, maybe more. Cranny, a shorter individual with a fast speed. Covington a little taller. Brings up 3rd and 10. It seems Oakley always looking over to the sideline, and they change the play in the middle of every play. Can't get into a tempo that way.
Yeah,
Logos showing blitz, back out of it. Rice back to pass. Pressure coming. Rice has got room around the edge and meets Covington, and Covington sits him down. He does gain about 8. It's going to be 4th and 2. We'll call it 4th and 3.
Let's go, defense! Let's go!
You think they've got to go for it here. They've got to do something, go for broke.
Let's go, Knights!
Yeah, this is, I mean, it's 48-0, so not too much at stake, but if you're Oakley,
Well, it looks like they're going to kick.
Wow.
Rice back to punt. After last time snap, I would have probably gone for it.
Don't rule anything out here. Could
Good
go
snap.
with a fake.
Good punt away. Nobody's back. They're going to let it roll. And ball still rolling. It's going to go down to the 26-yard line where the Logos Knights will have it 1st and 10 with 8:13 left to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, they didn't want to give Logos another short field here, electing to punt, but like I was trying to say before they elected to punt, I'm not quite sure what you gain from punting the ball away there.
Especially if they haven't stopped the offense all night long.
Yeah.
That's just giving the offense another chance to score more. For over 50 years, Hardy Farms in Oakley has been growing some of the best spuds in Idaho. Hardy Farms is a proud supporter of all the student athletes at Oakley High School and wants to wish them good luck at state. Knights up to the ball. And we see Covington in the quarterback position. Fakes the handoff. He's got room around the edge. 10, 15, about a 17-yard gain. They'll say 15. 15-yard gain before he's hit out of bounds. And that's just, again, Oakley is yet to slow down this Knight offense. And now Covington will be the man that calls the signals.
Yeah, we talked about it. This Logos team, they have 2 quarterbacks. They like to cycle in and out. And between those 2 quarterbacks, between Covington and Sensing, a combined 2,026 yards and 27 touchdowns.
And I'm not a big statistician here. Ryan Skaggs is the one that does that usually to see what the total yardage is here. But I know Logos has got to be over 300 yards total offense or more. Covington looking for the edge, keeps it himself. He'll get a gain of 5, but there's a flag on the play back at the line of scrimmage in the area of holding.
It's been a relatively clean game. Haven't seen a lot of penalties.
3 flags, I think. This is the 3rd flag of the night. We had a double unsportsmanlike that was interesting. We do have a holding on the offense as a preliminary. And yes, we have an official now. Holding on Logos. I think that's the first time we've seen Logos go backwards tonight on a holding. So the first negative and a positive for Oakley. So those hidden yards.
Yeah.
So 7:27 left to go in the third quarter, 48-0. Logos leads. Covington is the quarterback. Sends his man in motion. Covington takes a snap, handoff. And that's to Ryle Gorky. Grocky, and he will gain 1. It'll be 2nd and 15.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, if you're Logos, the only real goal you have other than just running up the score is just to keep that clock winding, stay in bounds. I'm not sure if it is a running clock or not, or how the rules on that work, because initially I thought it was once you hit that 40-point threshold, the clock starts to run, but
2nd and 15 for Logos, the worst down they've had all night. The most yardage they've had this game for first down. Covington sets his man in motion, keeps it himself. Tries to get around that corner. He's going to get around that corner. He's going to gain the first down and more. 5, 10, 15, 20 yards, 35 yards. It's going to be a 35-yard gain by Covington as he keeps it himself. And he'll take it down deep into Hornet territory.
And a great poised run there by Covington, just following his blockers down the far sideline, staying patient, working his way up to around the 30-yard line of the Hornets. And the Knights got it going on here tonight in Moscow.
1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. They lead 48-0. And the clock is stopped for some reason. 6:09 left in the third.
Yeah, so, coming into this game, these 3 teams had shared games against 3 opponents, Kendrick, Potlatch, and Hagerman. Potlatch and Hagerman actually facing off right now.
A handoff to the up back to Mallory, and he is stuffed there by a host of Hornets.
Yeah, just adding on to that. So between those 3 games, Kendrick, Potlatch, and Hagerman, Logos outscored those three teams 98-56, and Oakley they were outscored 200-58. So that kind of just puts into perspective the expectations that these teams had coming into this game. It was going to be an uphill battle for Oakley, but credit this Logos team. They've risen to the occasion, and they've got it done here tonight on the highest stage.
2nd and 12. Handoff to Mallory. Mallory gets a great run up the middle, and he'll be just about there for the first down. 1st and 10. Gets 11 yards for Mallory. So we're seeing from Coach Holloway some different running backs in here now as they lead 48-0. Covington, the quarterback. Giving the ball to Mallory. 1st and 10. From the 20-yard line. Covington and Mallory in the backfield. Justice Mallory at the wide out, near side. Hand off to Mallory. Mallory at the middle. He's got some room. Rice trying to strip the ball, and they can't get it out. And that is Honor Mallory, by the way. There's 2 Mallorys on the team. That'll take them inside the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal. 2 Mallorys on this squad, Justice Mallory and Honor Mallory. Both Mallorys on the field at this time.
Mallory has been a kind of low-profile contributor here tonight for Logos. I mean, you've got the big names that they hand the ball to time and time again, but Mallory getting his tonight as well.
1st and goal for the Knights. In motion is Justice Mallory. Covington keeps the ball, trying to get in the end zone, and he will get in. Covington with the touchdown. Baxter Covington, the junior, just a junior, Liam, scores, puts another 6 up for the Knights.
Covington finding his way, weaving through defenders once again, breaking that pylon, and the Knights just pouring it on. 54-point lead.
Covington, a lot of weaving tonight. Slash and dash, weave it, whatever you want to call it. He's got the moves.
Yeah, very patient runner. Just doesn't force it, waits for the hole to open up, and it's all coming together right now for Logos.
The countdown, 5-second countdown. They just get it off. Covington hands it off, and for the 2-point conversion, the handoff to Schaefer. Ezra Schaefer runs it in for 2. 2 more. They were counting down. The official was counting down, and they're about 1 second away from a delay game. But the handoff to Schaefer for another 2. Your score, 56-0. Boosters, we thank our Power Boosters for supporting the athletes here tonight. For over 100 years, Clark's for Shopping has been the place to go in Oakley for all your grocery produce. Dairy and now hot stuff pizza. That'd be nice right now. From the entire friendly staff at Clark's Fork Shopping, good luck, Hornets. Come see Jeff and the staff for this year's harvest sale going on now at Lee's Furniture. Huge discounts on mattresses, floor coverings, window coverings, and furniture. Lee's Furniture is a proud sponsor of Oakley Athletics. Go Hornets. I think our other power boosters from the Moscow and the Logos with Forge Construction, Forge Excavation, Norm's Glass Shop, Panhandle Heating. We could use some Panhandle Heating right now, Liam.
Man.
I wish they'd Panhandle Heating bring us a heater up here. It's a little cold tonight.
Just hold on to that hot cocoa, warm your hands up, Brian.
It's not hot anymore. I think it's frozen.
Oh, man.
I think my hot cocoa went frozen. Kick to Cranny. Cranny picks it up at the 20-yard line. Gets out to the 30. Trying to get some room and can't find it. He didn't quite get to the 30, 28-yard line where Oakley will have 1st and 10. Strong Electric has been serving the Palouse and Camas Prairie regions since 1938, providing electrical wiring for all sizes of projects, electrical motor repair, and well pump installations. Strong Electric is licensed and insured in Washington, Idaho, and Montana. When it's time to renovate your home, business, or to install a well water pump system, call them at 835-2331. Strom Electric, strong supporters of local high school sports. Good luck, Logos. All right, 1st and 10. Rice with a handoff to Cotton. Cotton getting a little room. He's got 10, 15-yard gain. So the Knights putting in some of their subs right now, getting some action. And Cotton gets his best gain of the night, 12 yards on the pickup. 3:30 left to go in the third quarter as Logos leads 56-0. No huddle here. Oakley trying to get something going. Oakley, a very young team, only 2 seniors on this team. Rice back to pass, no time. Still looks up, trying to get his receiver. One hand grab, did he pick it? Did he bring it down? What a grab by Beck with one hand, and a huge gain for the Hornets, a 25-yard gain. Beck, a great grab, double covered with one hand, brings it down.
Man, what a grab. Way to boost the momentum for this offense. Maybe give them the confidence to finally find the end zone here tonight.
1st and 10 for the Hornets. Back to passes Rice. He's got lots of time. Sets up. Now to his left. And a host of Logos tacklers. Nobody's open. I think the coverage is great downfield by Logos and their DBs. Gain it, we'll call it 3 for the Hornets. It'll be 2nd and 7 for the Hornets. Nobody open. Rice had a lot of time to pass that ball. He set up 2 different times and still couldn't find anybody open.
Yeah, it's good coverage from Logos downfield, forcing Rice to take it himself and only pick up the minimal yardage of 4.
1A action tonight, or 2A action. Wallace defeats Salmon River 64-58. Rice with a little flare screen pass to Cranny. Cranny left, goes right, goes forward, and he may have picked up the first down. We'll see where they spot him. Cranny's quick.
Yeah.
Well, he went left and right quick there, and he had the defense stuck. They're gonna mark him just a hair short, where they're gonna stop the clock, and the people that are sticking through here in the cold, fans are sticking through the cold tonight. We're close to freezing. I think it's about 35 degrees is what we checked out last time. And the clock has stopped as they discuss if they're going to give him the first down or not.
I think some of these fans got to be wondering where the running clock is at. I mean, I know you and I are kind of just throwing our hands up here guessing when it's going to start, but felt like typically it's about at that 40-point threshold. Got a holding call against the offense.
Had a holding call. We didn't see the hanky on the near side over here. I think our eyelids were frozen. So that backs Oakley up, a 3rd and 15. Cranny had picked up the first down, but no dice. And now we got a trip set near side. 3rd and 15. Cotton in motion. Fakes a handoff. Rice looking deep. He's got a man open, and just over his head, the intended receiver right there was Tragan Whittle. Whittle was open, and he just threw it over his head just a tad. And it'll bring up 4th and 15. Timeout, Oakley. So you have 1:21 left to go in the third quarter.
It's that time again. Time to get the health insurance you need for next year. Open enrollment is the time for you to enroll in, renew, or change your coverage. At Your Health Idaho, you can save money with a tax credit on the plan that's best for you and your family. Don't wait. Open enrollment ends December 15th. More coverage, less cost. Only at yourhealthidaho.org. Enroll by December 15th.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Playoff game, Idaho State football championships going on. Lead 56-0 for Oakley with 1:21 left to go in the third quarter.
Let's go, nice defense. Let's go, defense.
And we're playing third down. It'll be 3rd and 15 for Hornets. It's back to pass. And he's sacked! Big loss, and that's a big hit by Josh Prince. His second sack night.
Prince just finding his way into the backfield. He will not be denied. Brings Rice to the ground for yet another sack in this Logos defense. Flexing its muscles here in the second half.
4 and 20 for the Hornets. Big by Prince. Rice back to pass. They've got a lot of yards to gain here. Under pressure. Back to throw and throws it up. Incomplete. And Logos will take over from the 42-yard line. 1st and 10 on the change of downs. And I tell you what, the DBs for Logos, give them credit as there was nobody open.
Yeah, I mean,
Rice had forever to throw the ball. He set up 3 different times and still couldn't find an open receiver. 8-man football, you can send 3 down, but they were only sending about 2 receivers down. They should have had at least 3 out there.
There's a couple different times on that drive where the secondary of Logos was doing their job downfield, and it was preventing Rice from really doing anything with the football himself, and now it's a turnover on downs.
And mishap there. And a fumble.
Yeah, recovered.
Fumble recovered by Oakley and the Conant. So something positive for the Hornets right here. Fumblerooski. So Oakley will get the ball back, right back, 1st and 10. And with 28 seconds left to go in the third quarter, and still no running clock. We're just wondering why there's no running clock.
Yeah, I tried to figure out the answer to that. Seems the consensus is that typically with a 40-point lead in the second half, the clock should be running, so not totally sure when or if it's going to start running, but Logos just piling it on. And there's another positive play.
Big run by Beck. Beck's got some room. And we're going to call it a 25-yard gain by Beck. Move the chains. Oakley's knocking on the door.
Yeah, and that one just a shovel pass completed to Beck out of the backfield. He got a blocker, went from the near side of the field to the far side, all the way inside the 10, and it's the first time
First and goal for Oakley.
In the red zone.
First and goal for Oakley. First time tonight. And they snapped the ball right at the buzzer at the end of the third quarter, folks. So after 3, we have the Logos Knights lead Oakley 56-0. We'll be right back to IdahoSports.com right after these messages.
Idaho's 529 can be used at any in-state or out-of-state 2- or 4-year college or university. Can be used at a trade school for an apprenticeship.
Whatever it is that your kid is interested in, that's available for them to use the fund.
I really like the flexibility. It gives Wild the opportunity to pursue a whole array of training.
So whatever your child's passion is, you can support that.
To learn more, go to idsaves.org.
Every time that we get in the car, number 1, buckle up. Number 2, no phones. And number 3, pay attention to your surroundings.
If I got in the car with my friends, I would definitely tell them to put their seatbelts on. I want to be able to get back home safely.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Check. Here we go. Back, folks. We had a little audio right there. While we were gone, you still saw the game. Game was still rolling. The audio went out, and we have a fix. Thank you, Mr. Kingsbury, for watching us, watching the two Rooks close tonight. Logos was driving, and it was intercepted by Oakley, and now Oakley has the ball deep in their own territory. It's 2nd and 15 for the Hornets. Rice to pass. And he's sacked. He brought down. He's going to be close to the end zone. We can't tell quite from where we're at. It's going to be about the 1 yard line. And he's going to be 3rd and long for the Hornets. And he's at the inside the 1, I do believe. It's 3rd and 20 for the Hornets. We may see a safety.
Oh, man, what an eventful.
Yeah, you know, an eventful night for us technology-wise and the game-wise. 7:35 left to go in the ball game, and Logos leads 56-6. And I don't, you know, we were going fine there, and all of a sudden the audio just went out. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe it froze the cords or something because it's so cold out here. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm not sure if we had audio at the time when the substitutions were made, but in case we weren't on, Henry Driscoll into the game at quarterback for Logos, the brother of Jack Driscoll, former Knights quarterback, graduated 3 years ago, and Henry Driscoll getting a chance in the game here now. 7 minutes to go in the 50-point cushion here in the opening round of the 2A state postseason bracket. The qualifying game to advance to the quarterfinals. And we'll see who the Knights are matched up with next week. The higher seed hosts every round until
so we get another home game. So 3rd and 20 for the Hornets. And the snap to Rice. Rice in trouble. He's scrambling. Gets a few positive yards and gets away from the end zone. And he'll gain 5 of those back, or it'll be 4th down. Let's look at that. We can look at the third 3A state or 2A state bracket here. We can bring it up here. Where Kendrick and Notice are already set. But we're still waiting. We have to be reseeded by the Max Preps. On the reception for Logos, Miles Miller. So we're still going. The computer says we're still going with sound, folks. Don't know where our sound went, but we are still talking and recording. So I guess we are still on. So I don't know. So the reception there by Miles Miller for the Knights, where they'll have 1st and 10. Not a very good punt, about a 15-yard punt. And the subs for the Knights, another new quarterback in there. We'll give you his name as soon as we find out. And the handoff to Mallory. And Mallory gets some good blocks ahead. He gets a 12-yard gain. And the Knights quarterback in there right now. We're trying to find out. He's not on there as well. It looks like a 0 or an 8. Can't tell which number that is.
New quarterback into the game. We've just been informed it's Cormac Wrench.
Cormac Wrench.
There's a name.
Put a wrench in things, will we? Okay, here we go. Takes a snap, hands it off quickly to Mallory. Mallory's got some blocks ahead. He may get in the end zone. He does. Touchdown, Logos. And the young buck gets a handoff and hands it off to Mallory, to honor Mallory, that is. And Mallory scoots in for the touchdown. So the Knights extend their lead.
And how about another one for Logos?
Now they're going to go for the 2-point conversion. They bring in the young bucks.
Let's see if Oakley can try to stop him here.
See
They
if
have,
Oakley
they
can
have yet
stop
to do
him.
it.
They couldn't stop the subs. Little confusion on how many are on the field. You only get 8 in this game. 62-6 is your lead.
They've got a lot of these JV guys into the game now for the Knights.
Chanting their names out, the fans are. Snap is low. He drops the ball. Oh, go. He gets right back on it. But, just the timing, you don't get a lot of snaps. And but, they got the touchdown. Mallory did. And so that takes the Logos lead. 62-6, you folks. Logos leads over Oakley in the fourth quarter with 6:15 left to go. You're listening to IdahoSports.com. GameStream.
It's that time again. Time to get the health insurance you need for next year. Open enrollment is the time for you to enroll in, renew, or change your coverage. At Your Health Idaho, you can save money with a tax credit on the plan that's best for you and your family. Don't wait. Open enrollment ends December 15th. More coverage, less cost. Only at yourhealthidaho.org. Enroll by December 15th.
Idaho's 529 can be used at any in-state or out-of-state 2- or 4-year college or university. Can be used at a trade school for an apprenticeship.
Whatever it is that your kid is interested in, that's available for them to use the fund.
I really like the flex.
Gets down close to the end zone and they do get one touchdown tonight, but they trail 62-6 with 6:15 left to go in the ball game. Folks out there up the north, Lakeland leading Lewiston 21-14 at halftime.
It's much higher scoring than it was at the half last time.
Got a lot of the JV guys in there. Fans cheering them on. Good kick. Not picked up. It does roll out of bounds at the 10-yard line, so we'll have that penalty, and the Hornets will get the ball.
You said 21-14, I believe, a week ago. I mean, you would know. You were
Same
calling
thing,
that game. It was 3-3 at halftime.
It was 3-3 at halftime. Yes, it was. So, yeah, it was 40-some points scored in that fourth quarter. So Oakley expecting to have Logos kick again. Kick again! 6:15 left to go in the game.
If we got any baseball fans out there, the Dodgers just forced a Game 7. They beat the Blue Jays 3-1.
Yes. Don't let it go to Canada. We want the World Series to stay home. So Logos will kick off again to the Hornets. Now I'm watching, you may be watching the Lakeland game. I'm ready for my Huskies. The Huskies have not been to the state playoff game since 1971. That's the 1900s, folks.
54 years ago,
even
my math serves me
even
right.
before my time. Deep kick, and it rolls out of bounds again. And we'll see if they re-kick again. Or just take the ball and run the game. Obviously, they're moving around out there, Liam. They're staying warm.
Yeah.
I noticed that we got a couple students down here with their shirts off. I don't know what they're thinking. This is North Idaho, I understand, but this is they'll be missing school for pneumonia next week.
Pneumonia waiting to happen.
And looks like we have a timeout on the field.
This game just keeps on going.
This game's going to keep going, folks. It's a 62-6. And Oakley wants to get a couple more, I guess. With 6:15 left to go, they need a lot more.
Yeah, this one might be out of reach. But they finally stopped them on a 2-point conversion.
A 56 point turnaround, that'd be some sort of world record, wouldn't
Yeah, I mean, we saw a big
Hey, 8-man
comeback
football.
earlier today.
8-man football, you never know what's going to happen. You know, Logos has their youngsters in. Their JV team, we reformed this year, 6-0?
Yeah.
And Coach Holloway said that Logos will be moving up to the 3A ranks next year.
Add 3 more players.
11 man. Yeah. They get to add 3 more players. Rice with the screen pass to Cranny. Avoids 1 tackler and gains 6 more. He's got 16-yard gain for Cranny. And we have a flag on the play. Something happened on the end there.
Yeah, that one came in late. Could be unsportsmanlike.
That could be an unsportsmanlike. We'll see what happened there.
Another reason to stop the clock.
And the clock stops again. And the sign from the Whitecap is, drum roll please, a face mask on the defense. So Oakley gets a few more yards where they have 1st and 10 on the 40-yard line. On the Logos 40-yard line. 6:06 left to go in the ballgame. And it's a cold one. Rice with the handout to Conant. Conant looking for the edge. And he's taken down after gaining, we'll call it 8. Be 2nd and 2. So right now, Logos with all JV players in. Rice, the handoff to Lara. Lara trying to find the edge, breaks a tackle, gets enough for the 1st down and a few more. Gain of 6 for Lara. And one official says stop the clock, and the other official says run the clock. 5:10 left to go in the ball game.
No harm in letting that clock run down a little bit.
I think here we are cold where it's 35. And you think about the ice bowl in Green Bay where it was -2.
That's what I was just thinking about. How are they doing that? Especially these players on the sidelines just
They're
standing
standing there, yeah. Rice selects to keep the ball. Breaks a tackle. And big tackle there by the little man who makes himself big.
You know, they always say football is a sport that's meant to be played in the cold. Well, whoever came up with that might be the reason why I don't play football. I don't know.
Callan Farley on the tackle. Snap. Oh, and stuffed at the behind the line of scrimmage. And that's Farley again. Callan Farley with 2 big hits. I tell you, folks, Callan Farley's pushing 5 foot tall. And he just made 2 great plays right there.
Yeah, Farley, the senior.
A lot of power in that. Power in that punch.
Yeah, getting his chance to shine.
2nd and 16 for the Hornets. I tell you, they've got some backups on this team. A lot of seniors. They'll be missing a lot next year when they move up to 3A. Rice with the pitch to Lara. Lara trying to find something around the edge. Great team tackle and gang tackle by the Knights. It'll bring up 3rd and 12. 3:30 left to go. Hit out of bounds. The clock stops. Logos fans staying loyal here, folks. They're in the stands with us. They're just as cold as we are. Getting a little closer on this Halloween night. State playoffs. IdahoSports.com. Brian and Liam in Moscow, Idaho. Conant in motion. Rice to pass. Screen pass to Cranny. Cranny looking for a block. He's got 1. He's got 2. Gets the 1st down. He might get in the end zone. And touchdown, Oakley.
And the Hornets coming alive here late, Brian.
Cranny with the touchdown. And that will make it 62-12.
You know, it might be a big deficit, but you can't score 8 touchdowns if you don't score the first.
That's right. Oakley battling here, not giving up, folks. They're still battling hard. Going for the 2-point conversion, trying to spread the offense, spread the defense here. Here we go. Rice looking for that 2-point conversion. He's got a man in the corner. And right at the last second, a great break up there. And that's 43. And again, that's a JV player. We don't know we don't know his name because he's not on the varsity roster here. So we'll find his name out for you. 43. We'll find that out because we want to make sure he gets that recognition. Great break up there.
And that was Finn Miller on the pass
breakup. Finn Miller. Brother to Miles Miller?
I believe so.
Yeah, Finn Miller, good job. Nice break up there. Want to make sure we let everybody know who made the great play.
I got a couple pairs of brothers here on this Logos team.
The Mallorys and the Millers.
It's like a family out here on this Logos team.
So with 3:22 left to go in his first round playoff action, Logos leads 62-12. And Logos ready to take on whoever comes next week. Now, will they have to will they travel? We don't know yet, do we? Or will they be able to host?
I think they will be on the road because next week's the quarterfinals, so there will be 8 teams left, and there are 4 teams that had byes who won their league. So I do believe this is the final home game for the Logos Knights as a member
because they
of
finished
8-man
third.
football.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Because we do have Kendrick and Notice is already set. They're the 1 and 8 seeds. But the rest of the brackets are still to be filled. So we'll see what happens. We should have that updated by tomorrow, folks, on IdahoSports.com. Onside kick is picked up, and this could be dangerous if they gets by him. And he's going to have a return of 5 yards on the front line. And I do believe that was Gideon Haney.
Still getting
Gideon Haney with a return kickoff for 10 yards and 3 touchdowns and a pick and a sack and I tell you what, I know who I got.
Yeah, I mean,
I think we will at the end of the game
unanimous.
come up with our player of the game. And you know, the offense of Logos just amazing tonight. But 3 of those touchdowns from Haney and a pick, tackle for loss. And the handoff given to Gabe Miller. Finn Miller to Gabe Miller.
Yeah, and you got, I mean,
there we go.
all these backups
all these guys are
cycling in and out of the game right now.
Oh, now we got, who got Justice Mallory in the ball game. Coming in for Gabe Miller. Gabe Miller got stuck there for a 1-year loss. He'll be 2nd and 11. Finn Miller back at quarterback. Takes a snap, hands it off. And taken down there for a loss. Well, I think their helmets are stuck together. We got some helmets stuck together here.
Oh man.
So taken down by Mathos Larson, sophomore from Oakley.
We've had a little bit of everything in this game, Brian.
They got locked up. Their helmets got locked up on the folks. It was not a bad thing there. They got their helmets locked up there. It's 3rd and long for the Knights.
For as lopsided as this game has been, it has not gone without its eventful nature. Definitely a lot going on here tonight. It's playoff football.
Finn Miller with the option. Deep is the pitch, and down quickly is Justice Mallory.
Staying in bounds, so the clock still runs.
Minute 27 left to go in the ball game. Logos leads 62-12. over the Hornets. So 4th down and 15.
For this Logos team, the strong suit this season has been the defense. They only allow 13 points per game. Well, right
12
around
right
that
now,
range right
with
now.
a minute left to go. And Logos is going to go for it on 4th and 15. In motion is Mallory. Mallory's got some room. Excuse me, that's not Mallory, that's Grocki. Grocki may score! Oh, he's taken down at the 10. Great gain right there on 4th and 15. A 37-yard run by Riley Grocki. 1st and 10 for the Knights. I tell you, they had them 4th and 15. Maybe they get another chance, but no, the young Logos Knots just said no more, and they may even punch one here at the end with 37 seconds left to go. We'll see what they do.
Just came firing off the edge there, man, with a burst of speed up the near sideline. Don't blink or you'll miss him.
Riley Grocki. Finn with the pass, and that is caught by Rigney, and Rigney almost gets in, and he fumbles it. Oh, Rigney going down, fumbles the ball. Oakley has the ball on the 2-yard line. Rigney was trying to get those extra yards, and the ball was stripped. Oakley ball 1st and 10 with 19 seconds left to go in the ball game.
And the last 19 seconds of the season for Oakley. We'll see if they drop a fun play here. You've pretty much got your entire playbook to choose from. What do you want the end of your season to look like?
Yeah, they trail 62-12. Maybe something, maybe get a 95-yard touchdown here to end the season with to be just a positive. We'll see what we got here.
Let's go, defense!
And the handoff up the middle. And that's Conant. And that it may be the last play of the game. We'll see. Oakley trying to get one more in. And they will not. That is the ball game. Logos defeats Oakley 62-12 in the first round of the state playoffs. We're going to take a second and talk about the game and player of the game when we come back right after these messages on IdahoSports.com.
It's that time again. Time to get the health insurance you need for next year. Open enrollment is the time for you to enroll in, renew, or change your coverage. At Your Health Idaho, you can save money with a tax credit on the plan that's best for you and your family. Don't wait. Open enrollment ends December 15th. More coverage, less cost. Only at yourhealthidaho.org. Enroll by December 15th.
The senior Gideon Haney, our player of the game for Logos, and Logos defeats Oakley tonight 62-12. We'd like to thank our sponsors. This has been an IdahoSports.com game stream production of the 2025 Idaho High School Football Playoffs on the NFHS Network. This postseason broadcast is presented by Project Filter, your local Toyota dealer, Your Health Idaho, Next Steps Idaho, Ideal, Idaho's College Savings Plan, the Idaho Bowl, Valleywide Cooperative, and the Idaho Office of Highway Safety. This broadcast was also made possible by the great support from these local businesses, which we had our power boosters tonight from Oakley and Logos. There was a bunch of them from Oakley. Thank our power boosters. The IMI Supply, Impact Athletic, The Roof Resource, Vita Glow Aesthetics and Infusions, Waibenga Dairy, Strom Electric, Forge Construction, Forge Excavation, Norm's Glass Shop, and Panhandle Heating. So, Liam, it's been great. Special thanks to our athletic director here at Logos, Patrick Lopez, for having us here, and the principal, Walter Wiggins, and the great fans and support, the hot chocolate from the fans we've got from him tonight, and everyone here at Logos High School for their hospitality and help getting this game broadcast to you. Congratulations again to the IdahoSports.com player of the game, Gideon Haney, presented by the Idaho Office of Highway Safety. Thanks again for joining us as the Logos Knights defeat Oakley Hornets by the score of 62-12. For my broadcast partner, Liam Bradford, everyone else behind the scenes here at IdahoSports.com, and Brian Hall saying, so long, drive safe, and stay warm.